I'm just gonna say, a little glitter always makes everything look better. Oh hey, hi, it's me, Wilma Fingerdoo, with the Fingerdoo review of the cast of season 13 of RuPaul's Drag Race, and all I have to say is, Jorge, drink me! Oh, look at you! You've made no effort at all, have you? This is a nice glass. It's just, what is this? Fresca and vodka, my favorite. Thank you, Jorge. Well, it's not premium vodka, let's just be honest. Now, before we get started, I just want to send a shout out to this week's Tipperdoos, which is Denise Cherneau. God bless her, she's such a talented woman. And speaking of Denise Cherneau, as you know, she just designed a whole bunch of fabulous festive illustrations of yours truly being all decked in the halls or things like that. But they're all available on Redbubble. The link is down below. Also, Redbubble now has a new fitted 3-ply mask. So it's got a dart at the nose, under the chin, and it's also got a wire in here so that you can wear them with glasses or sunglasses. I was out yesterday in sunglasses trying to be cool, and I had my regular Wilma Lips mask and it fogged right up. So the Denise Cherneau holiday collection is available on the new fitted masks. There you go. If you would like to support me by tipping on PayPal or buying merchandise on Redbubble or even following me on Patreon, where we do two live chats every month, then all the links are down below. All right. Now let's get to it. The first queen that we were introduced to was Danali. Now I've seen online that her name is Danali Foxxx. She's been doing drag about 2.5 years, and this is her second time auditioning. She said that her name means the Great One, which is funny because here in Canada, our word for the Great One is Wayne Gretzky. She is the first queen from Alaska to be on RuPaul's Drag Race, so good for you, I'm just saying. Danali is also a trained figure skater, and it really shows in the videos that I've seen of her performances. They're very high energy. I also have to say, I love this outfit. If this is a reflection of her wardrobe aesthetic, then I think we're in for a treat this season. The fact that she admitted that she's afraid of Snatch Game, though, worries me. If she has problems with the acting or comedy challenges, she might not make it to Snatch Game. So she might as well relax and have a good time. Fair thing. Next up was Elliott with 2 T's. Oh my God, doesn't she look like Nina West's little sister? And that's not a read. Now, she's been doing drag for over 10 years and may very possibly have lied about her age, because she said she was 27 and then changed it to 26. I don't know. Either way, she said she's been doing drag for 12 years, and that would have made her 15 when she started. Where was a 15-year-old performing in 2008? Just asking. Maybe I don't want to know. And this is her 3rd time auditioning for Drag Race. Now, I love the name, but full disclosure, I have often called drag queens with heteronormative boy names he instead of she. And I just want to apologize in advance because I'm probably going to do that with Elliott, no offense. Now, Elliott with 2 T's says she wants to elevate drag, but I thought this look was very basic. High-end housewives and Jennifer Lopez are reeling. Elliott is a ballet dancer, and it shows in her performances, but to be honest, there was nothing in the videos I saw that made her stand out. I mean, the queens this year are all so talented. Being talented isn't going to be enough for all these queens. Elliott with 2 T's may do well with choreo and possibly take direction well in the acting challenges, but from the look of this outfit, I think sewing's going to be a challenge for her. One thing Elliott with 2 T's has going for her is she's super confident, which, as we all know, is 90% of the game, so she may do well. But I have to say, I'm not expecting her to make top 5. No offense. Next up was Gottmik, and I have to say I'm so excited to see this queen. Gottmik is the first transgendered male to be on Drag Race, and I have to admit, it made me wonder what pronouns would be appropriate for them as a queen, because, well, I would call any man in drag she, but I didn't want to come off like I was misgendering Gottmik. Thankfully, Gottmik feels the same way and accepts being called she, her, girl, whatever the other queens are calling each other while she's in drag. Whew, because I already have enough trouble using her and she when I'm talking about queens with boys' names. Joey, Elliott with however many T's as you want, I'm looking at you. Gottmik is from LA, she's 23 years old, and didn't say how long she'd been doing drag or how many times she'd auditioned for RuPaul's Drag Race, but this queen is already an Instagram sensation for her makeup skills, so I'm expecting that fierceness to translate to that runway. Gottmik didn't spend a lot of time talking about performing or her drag influences, so it'll be interesting to see how she'll do in the challenges. If she can stay out of the bottom, then I think she'll do well, but from what I see from her live performances online, she's really not bringing anything new or different to the runway once you get past her visuals. Just saying. I'd like somebody to get past my visuals just once. Either way, I definitely feel that Gottmik will make top 4. But will she win it all? Next, we met Joey J. No wig, no drag name. What's going on? Jokingly, Joey J says she's lazy, but still. I love a queen with an image, but just like Trixie Mattel and Bianca Del Rio, you have to compromise that look a little bit. Now, I have seen videos of Joey J performing online, and she will throw a wig on her head here and there, but they weren't great wigs, and I'm just filled with the question of how many times Michelle Visage will put up with a queen on the runway with no wig. Just saying. This is Joey J's 3rd time auditioning, but it sounds like her first time was more of a band-aid pull than an actual serious attempt. She's super confident and loud, not always a good combo. It makes her come off as younger than she is. She's 30. She seems to be shady, or at least not afraid to be shady, and I feel she may be at the center of a lot of drama this season. She's another one I don't really see making top 4, no offense. Our next introduction was Kahmora Hall. She's 28 years old, she's been doing drag 8 years. She's a park and bark kind of queen, so she says, which means she likes to stand there and lip sync. This is her 5th time auditioning, but she says it's the first time she meant it. Now, she's from Chicago, and if you're gonna start it, she's gonna end it. She and Jada Essence Hall and Naysha Lopez and Dieteritz all share the same drag mother, Taj Mahal. Now, even though those are all pageant queens, Kahmora Hall is not a pageant queen. Now, I just have to say right out of the gate, I loved her. She's super polished, she's very beautiful, and she's a self-professed glamour queen. But she's not afraid of comedy from what I've seen of her performances, and it shows in her fabulous personality. But with all that said, it all boils down to how she does in the challenges. If she can stay out of the bottom, she could go far. But as far as her lip sync, parking it and barking it just ain't gonna cut it. Seriously. Next up, we were introduced to the love child of Big Silky and Miss Vanjie, which explains why she needs to shave her back. All kidding aside, I love this queen. Kandy Muse is delicious. This look is everything. She's like a fairy godmother on acid, and I'm okay with that. She calls her look hoe, but if the hoes in my neighborhood look like that, I wouldn't need the acid. I also love her big personality because it's big and sassy, which could help her rule the roost, or it could help her get the cold silky shoulder. Time will tell. Now, her drag mother is Aja from season 9 and All Stars 3, and her drag sister is Dahlia Sin, the Brock ally from season 12. So she's got, well, one queen to live up to. Kandy says she has what it takes to follow Jada Essence Hall as drag superstar, and why wouldn't she think that? She's already been featured in Alaska's video, Sitting Alone in the VIP. As long as she can get a production assistant to give her back a trim once or twice, she could either make it to the top 4 or get kicked out trying. Either way, I am super excited to watch her compete. Seriously. Next up, Lala Ri. She's 30, she's from Georgia, and she's only been doing drag for about 3 years, and no offense to her, but I feel like it shows. She doesn't look as polished as some of the other queens. Mind you, she's already admitted to being a leotard girl. Did you hear that, Michelle? Her drag mother is fellow contestant Tamisha Iman, this season's most seasoned queen, so it could help her find her footing having her drag mother there. Unless her drag mother's a total bitch. Lala has a lovely personality, but I'm not seeing anything noteworthy with this queen. It's such a strong cast this year and could make her quiet demeanor fade her off into the background. I'm just saying. She is a solid performer from what I've seen, lots of energy, but she's not reinventing the wheel. There will be other queens doing exactly the same moves as she is in better outfits. So it'll be interesting to see where she lands after episode 1. She also admitted she can't sew, so unless she is just flying under the radar and keeping her skills on the DL, I expect Layla to be one of the first 3 queens to go home. I'm just saying. All I have to say about this next queen is, wow! I don't know who Olivia Lux is, but I am already in love with her. Her personality, this look, that wig. All of it. All of what she was selling, I was buying. I'm just saying. Now, she is 26. She's from Brooklyn, originally from Jersey. Hey! And this was her first time auditioning. Now, she does say she's well-rounded. Hell, she plays the piano. And she loves a showgirl, which makes us best friends right away. I have a feeling that her personality will take her further than her lip sync skills, no offense. She's another queen who's good in a room full of great. Plus, it sounds like she was definitely humbled by some of the other New York queens, so it'll be interesting to see if any of them psych her out. Just saying. Okay, now I'm going to make a call right here and now. I don't know who this next queen, Rosé, is, but I didn't like her off the top. Her wig, her outfit, her attitude, none of it. I know, isn't that terrible? I don't know why, she just seemed full of herself and overly confident. Violet Chachki. So that's why I'm going to predict she'll win it all. Why else would I have such a strong opinion about somebody I don't know? Seriously. Rosé voted herself trade of the season, feet down, so she's obviously got a sense of humor and isn't all that full of herself. She also started drag later in life, but it sounds like her theater background helped catapult her career forward. This is Rosé's second time auditioning, and the story of Jan, her drag sister, getting into season 12 before her was hilarious. Probably because it was true. She and Rosé are in a live singing girl group with another fellow New York queen, Laguna Blue, called Stephanie's Child. You've probably heard of them from their legendary appearance on America's Got Talent. Simon Cowell didn't know what hit him. Or he did, and he just loved it. Because she's a musical theater queen from New York City, I'm expecting nothing but brilliance from Rosé, especially in the challenges, which could keep her out of the bottom 2. Now, whether Rosé wins it all or not, there will definitely be more than a few queens sweating when she walks through the workroom doors. That's why she's one of my picks to make top 4. Oh my God, this is another queen I'm just in love with. I'm just in love with. I don't even care if I ever see her perform, just looking at pictures of her. She's just so stunning. Symone. First off, can I just say I almost barfed. Symone's wig was so beautiful. It absolutely took my breath away. Did Gigi Good really make that? Double wow. And the nails. And the outfit. There was nothing I wasn't liking about this queen. Well, except for the grill. No offense. I'm assuming it's a grill because I saw pictures of her without the hardware, but it's not a deal breaker. I'm just not a fan. It distracts me. Symone is 25, originally from Arkansas, but now lives in LA and is really excited to be the next drag superstar and bring the crown back to LA. I can't believe that no one from LA hasn't won since Raja. Seriously. Symone's been doing drag for 7 years, so she's got some experience to get her across the finish line. She says she can sew, so thank the baby Jesus for that. She's gorgeous, she's focused, she's confident. Not only do I love that she's named her inner saboteur Buckwheat Jones, but I feel that the fact that she's identified and named her inner saboteur already has put her ahead of the curve for this year's competition. Seriously. I feel like this queen will go far. Top 4 for sure. Or I may slap someone, I'm just saying. Our next queen on the introduction line was Tamisha Iman. She's 43, which makes her the oldest queen, which is still 11 years younger than me. Jeez. I'm just saying. And because she's the oldest queen, this should also make her the most experienced, which should give her a leg up. Tamisha's definitely got a pageant air about her. She seems very guarded, almost defensive, so it'll be interesting to see how she interacts with the other queens. The fact that her drag daughter is in the cast may be a blessing or a curse. It depends on what kind of drag mother she is. Because she's old school, she sews, she makes jewelry, she does her own hair. She's very, very confident. But sometimes that kind of confidence doesn't translate well in a competition environment. But can I say, and I know this will sound bitchy, but I have to say this because it bothered me so much. The breastplate that she's wearing. Am I the only one who noticed that it was all bunched up under her chin, taking her neck away? Just me? I mean, no offense, I understand. She's sitting down, the whole thing got shrugged. I get it, but I think if she had been wearing a necklace, it might not have happened. And really, just seeing that kind of flaw on a seasoned queen worries me. I also worry about how she'll be with the other queens. If she doesn't play well with others or lets her drag daughter distract her, she could be one of the early queens to go home. Or not. But I don't think she'll make top 4. I'm just saying. Speaking of older queens, Tina Burner was our next introduction, and she's another big personality from New York. What does that make? 3 queens from New York this season? She's a comedy queen. She's been doing drag forever, she says. And she is the second oldest, being 40. She's very confident, and because she's from New York, I feel like that confidence and being from New York is going to ruffle a few feathers. Apparently, she used to date Graham Norton of Graham Norton fame. Dated. I don't know, I wasn't there. She is also the only queen of season 12 to be verified on Instagram before the cast announcement. So she's definitely a popular queen, and she's already got a following. Tina Burner is another queen who will cause a few queens to worry the minute she walks into that workroom. And because of that, I predict she may end up with a target on her back. If she can stay out of the bottom, she'll go far. But top 4 far? I don't know, we'll have to see. Just saying. And finally, we get to one of the most intriguing queens of this whole season for me, Utica Queen. She's 25 from Utica, Minnesota, and this was her second time auditioning. Now, I just have to say, I love her. She's like Valentina on acid filling her Minnesota fantasy. I'm also getting serious Evie Oddly vibes from her, but in a Gigi Good rapper. What I'm trying to say is these are all great drag references that I think she has drawn to herself, and I predict it will do her well. She definitely sews, and if that outfit is an example of her skills, well, all those queens are in trouble, I'm just saying. I have to say I love a fashion queen with a personality. She's not afraid to laugh loud or ugly. She's very much her own person, and I think it's telling that the crew clapped when her interview was over. I'll bet they didn't do that for everyone, I'm just saying. She's almost too lovely, that Utica. I fear that it may come off as weakness, and combined with her age, she may not survive the heat of the competition. I'm predicting that Utica won't make it to top 4, and if anyone makes her cry, I will slap them asleep. That said, I also predict she'll be a solid contender for this year's Miss Congeniality. So either way, here's to you, Utica. I'm looking forward to meeting you, girl. So, there you have it, your cast for season 13. And even though 13 is supposed to be an unlucky number, I don't think anything can be unluckier than the year we just had. I, for one, am really looking forward to this season of Drag Race. The cast is diverse, it's super talented, and I feel that the bar is going to be set so high off the hop that it'll separate the queens from the contenders right quick. I've made my predictions for top 4. Gottmik, Kandy Muse, Symone, and Rosé, with a possible upset from Tina Burner. How about you? Let me know in the comments down below who you're rooting for. Let me know what queens you've had a chance to see live and who you think could win it all. Also, don't forget to like this video if you did. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't. And if you want to get some holiday merch, support the Rainbow Railroad, or leave me a tip on PayPal, the links for all of that are down below. So, until next time, miss me! Mwah! Seriously, Jorge, I'm so excited. I don't think I'm going to make it to New Year's Eve to watch this. I feel like it should start next week, mind you. I think it's going to be enough for most people to get through Christmas. Let me just say, Utica. Utica. I think it's Utica. Utica? Maybe I'll just pronounce it Sade.